All right, guys. Probably need one over here because I'm not gonna be able to announce and go over there. What? All right. Good luck, guys. On the tone. Off and underway. Race 1, 17-5. Got Tegan leading him around. Him and Brian getting together. Your leaders working through the S section, over the tabletop, down the front straightaway. One minute down, 4 left to go. Tegan out front with a 5.5 second lead here on Brian. Brian with 12 seconds up on Paul. Watch the back triple. Your leader stretching out about a 6-second lead over Brian. Tegan's in the pink, Brian's in the blue, and Paul in the purplish, brownish, something. Leader coming across the line here. We got about 3 minutes down, 2 minutes to go. Tegan with a 10-second lead on Brian. Then Brian gonna have 34 up on Paul. All three drivers kind of on the same part of the track right now, cross start finish.
One minute left.
1 minute to go. Tegan still out front in the pink car coming through the S section. Watch it back triple. Oh, trouble for your leader. You might be able to fix it. Hurry up, you might be able to fix it. go for a quick pit stop. Let's see, at the time of the accident, had about a 27-second lead, so we'll see if Brian ends up passing him or not here. And just like that, Brian's in the lead. Tegan's back out there, though. Going to be low on time. 10 seconds left to go. Tegan, as of right now, about 8 seconds back. Uh-oh. Oh, man, Brian got on that lap already, so it's going to be a done deal.
Tegan Cummings done.
Tegan finished up in the 2 spot.
Paul Andrade
Brian on a
done.
victory lap here.
Brian Zimmerman done. The race is completed.
All right, Brian takes that one. Tegan in the 2, Paul 3, Chris 4. Oh, well, Chris didn't race. Never mind. No, he would have beat Tegan for sure. All right. We will get them back out here to Marshall Race 2, 21-5. Got Brian, Victor, Robert, Simon, Chris, and Sawyer in this one. We'll definitely need a bunch of volunteers for this one, as always.
– 2 minutes to the start of the race. One minute to the start of the race. "45 seconds to the start of the race. "30 seconds to the start of the race. "15 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, looks like we got our drivers, we got our marshals. Let's go ahead and line you guys up here. It's going to be Brian on the 1, Victor on the 2, Robert on the 3, Simon on the 4, Chris on the 5, Sawyer on the 6. All right, we'll get him over here. All right, drivers ready, marshals ready. Oh, Tegan, back him up a little bit. There we go. Perfect. All right, you guys be racing heads up on the tone. Off and underway. Brian leads them around. They head up through the double single. Over the back double they go. Trouble on the back triple, back triple. That is clear. All right, we got Robert Summers taking over the lead. Brian to the 2, Chris up to the 3, Victor to the 4, Simon 5, Sawyer 6. All right, Robert now extending his lead out. Brian a little bit of trouble that lap. He's now going to have Victor right behind him. Brian across the line, Victor across the line. 1 second apart last time by. Battle for that number 2 spot. Robert, though, going to have a decent lead now. Two minutes down, 3 left to go. Robert still out front, stretching his lead out to 8 seconds over Brian now. Brian 2 seconds up on Victor. Victor 12 seconds up on Simon. 15 back to Chris. 30 back to Sawyer. Watch a back triple, back triple. Easy on the back triple. And that's clear. So Robert, Brian, Victor, Simon, Chris, and Sawyer.
One minute left.
1 minute to go. A little bit of trouble for your leader there. Getting back and rolling. Victor now into that number 2 spot. Oh, trouble on the back triple. Gonna have Brian going around for that 2 spot. Victor to the 3. All right, bro. Chill.
Simon Andrade
Be done when you
done.
cross.
Chris
Yep.
Gross done. Sawyer Andrade done. Robert Summers done. Victor Berger done.
Done as you cross.
Brian Zimmerman
Robert
done.
taking that. Victor 2.
The
Brian
race is
3.
completed.
Simon 4. Chris 5. Sawyer 6. Race 3. 13.5 4-wheel. Dennis, Tegan, Chris, Brian, Paul, and Victor. Get my drivers from the last one back out here to Marshall and any volunteers that can help me out. Ain't my fault, bro.
Two minutes to the start of the race. One minute to the start of the race. "45 seconds to the start of the race. "30 seconds to the start of the race. "15 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, let me get someone here in the middle, and then I'll get this one started. Need a volunteer marshal. Actually, who am I missing from the last race? Got Robert out here. Get Victor. Brian's back to back. Simon's out here. Chris is back to back. Yeah, seems like only option is probably Victor. If I can get you on one of the buckets. And then other than that, order's going to be Dennis, Tegan, Chris, Brian, and Paul. Or Matthew. I don't know. I need somebody. Somebody in the middle. Yeah, I said both of their names. I mean, if you're in the last race, you're supposed to marshal, but whatever. All right. Where's fucking. All right. Here we go. Driver's ready. Marshal's ready. Racing on the tone. All right, we got Dennis out front. Starting to check out early. Chris making his way up to the 2 spot, it looks like. Going to have a 3-way battle for that number 2 spot. Brian, Tegan, and Chris all right there together, coming through up in the double single. Down the hill and over the back triple they go. Looks like Tegan now back up to that 2 spot. Chris to the 3. Brian to the 4. And then Paul in the 5. Victor not making the start. All right, your leader, Dennis, over the back triple he goes in the pink, yellow, and blue. Oh, trouble for second place there on his lid. Now got Chris back up to the 2 spot, Tegan to the 3. Your leader coming across start finish now in that pink, white, or pink, yellow, and blue. Goes up the double single. And over the back triple he goes. Now Tegan up the double single. And down the hill over the back triple. Going to be about 5.5 seconds between them last time by. Dennis with fast lap there, 15-2. Tegan a 15-1. Coming up on halfway, 2:30 down, 2:30 left to go. Three minutes down, 2 left to go. Dennis still out front. Tegan in the 2. Chris 3. Brian 4. Paul 5. Oh, looks like trouble for your leader a little bit. Maybe not. He's still going. Leader
1
over the
minute
back
left.
triple. He goes through the S section. Tegan now not too far out in that number 2 spot. .45 seconds to go. .30 seconds. Oh, out the door. Got 10 seconds left to go. I believe both Dennis and Tegan will get by for one more here. That's time you guys be done as you cross. We got a little bit of a battle to the finish here.
Chris Gross done. Dennis Keith done.
Dennis holds on to take the win.
Paul Andrade
Cross the line.
done.
All right, whatever, bro.
The race is completed.
That's a race. Dennis taking it. Tegan 2, Chris 3, Brian 4, Paul 5. All right, race 4, 13.5 truck. You guys are up. Brian, Simon, and Chris in this one. Get my drivers from the last race back out here to Marshall.
Two minutes to the start of the race. One minute to the start of the race. .45 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, it's going to be Brian, Simon, and Chris.
30 seconds to the start of the race.
Hold on one sec, guys.
.15 seconds to the start of the race.
He's like, whoa. All right. Driver's ready. Marshall's ready. Be racing on the tone. Off and underway. 13.5 stadium truck. Got Brian leading him around. Looks like Chris up to the 2 spot. Simon 3. You got your leader, Brian, in the purple truck. Chris in the red. Simon in the yellow. Chris starting to make up some time on Brian here. Brian coming across the line. Chris across the line. 2.5 seconds back. Oh, trouble for your leader. Oh, Chris drives into him. They're going to be right there together now. Trouble for your leader again. He's going to get a Marshall here back up on top of the hill. Now got Chris Gross up front. Started in third and up to the lead now. 1 minute down, 4 left to go. Chris Gross out front in this one is stretching out about a 3-second lead over Brian. Brian with about 8 seconds up on Simon. Chris and Brian now battle for the lead right there together. Coming up around on Simon. Over the back triple they go. Oh, a little bit of trouble for Chris there now. Brian going to be closer. Here they come around the pole, over the tabletop, and across the line. Chris and Brian now 4/10 the gap between them last time by the loop. They go up the hill. Chris and Brian now over the back triple they go. Looks like Chris able to get that triple. Brian going double single. Down the front stretch they go. That is your battle for the lead. 3 minutes down, 2 minutes to go. And looks like Brian now taking back over the lead. Back to where he started here. You got second place, Chris, headed over the tabletop and across the line he goes. Simon in third across the line in that yellow truck.
One minute left.
1 minute to go. Thirty seconds. It looks like it's going to be Brian, Chris, and Simon here. Everyone pretty much separated out in this one. Going to be where they finish out. Unless something crazy were to happen. 15 seconds.
Brian Zimmerman done. Simon Andrade done.
And
Chris
that
Gross
is a
done.
race. Brian
The
takes
race is
that one.
completed.
Chris in the 2, Simon 3. All right, we'll get those guys back out here to Marshall and a few volunteers for race 5. I'm on two-wheel drive buggy. Got Jake, Matthew, and Tegan in this one. All right, so I'm going to put a delay on it, so we'll all be up there on the stand.
2 minutes to the start of the race. One minute to the start of the race. "45 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, I'm setting a 1-minute timer, and the tone will go off in 1 minute. Does that sound good?
1 minute left. Matthew Schroeder done. Jake Staltzing done. The race is completed.
All right, that is it for racing tonight, guys. If you got a tab or entry fee set up before you go, and I will turn on the practice here, and we can run laps until we close. Pretty much. Well, we got a water at probably 7:45. Other than that, you are free to practice.